So you do something new. You do it again and again and again. It doesn't become new, and then you're comfortable doing it. It's like the worst thing for me to do would be a dance class, right?
Yeah,
because I'm like scares the shit out. I don't want to dance.
Mm-hmm.
I look weird. I'm too tall, you know. But then you do it twice, and then the third time you know the instructor's name, and you know you're not
the rhythm.
You're not intimidated by like the girls who can do it and like the kids who are better than you. You're like, yeah, I fucking suck at this. You know what I mean? That's cool, but I'm getting better, right?
Absolutely.
And then the new thing isn't new anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you go, okay, I'm going to keep dancing because I like it, but I'm also going to actively seek out new activities, because I think the cool thing about new activities is it's the rawest version of life that you get to experience.
Yeah.
That's the exciting part.
For sure.
You know? And I don't know, when I first met you, I met you through Glenn Fitzgerald of all people, which is wild. Had a cool idea for a business thing, and he's like, do you know Kai? And I was like, I know of Kai.
Yeah.
And then, just seeing you for the first time when we went, like, caught up for coffee, I'm like, you're the tallest person I know.
I'm a big bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of limb around here.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like you've always been, in my point of view, like very fearless.
Yeah. I definitely try my best. I mean, obviously, small town, obviously, there's people who have certain opinions and different lifestyles, blah, blah, blah. But I just try not to let that affect me personally, because definitely growing up and when I was a kid through school and all that, it really like had a negative impact on me. But growing older, I'm kind of learning to look at the bright side of being different and use that to my advantage to kind of inspire or shape the way that people think as well. And from like a business perspective or like bringing in clientele for my work and stuff, it's always good because I've kind of naturally got a little bit more of that striking, like, oh, that kid's different.
Yeah.
Maybe let's give that a go. Like, see what I get out of it.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Because I think like that's a one. Yeah, see, I've got a really close friend who we the way we met, we really shouldn't have been friends. And the thing that I said to him that is very true still to this day, and I'm actually seeing him after I see you today, which is coincidental, is his unapologetically characteristic.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And I think that perfectly describes your like aura.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. And I'm not embarrassed about being here. And I think the thing that like, because I think I'm unapologetically characteristic to an extent.
Yeah.
And then I meet people like you and my friend. I'm just like, oh, maybe there's levels.
Yeah.
You know. So I think
what tier you're in.
Yeah. And also, it's like, sorry, I have so many things I want to touch on here, but we'll work our way to it. I think where you're able to leverage that, especially in your industry, being how do you do? Like your hairdresser, is that?
Yeah, just a hairstylist.
You never know if you're going to say something. They're like, no, I'm actually a hair engineer.
Yeah,
you
get
know,
it
like,
right. Come
cool,
on.
Man. But yeah, like using that as like a leverage point for like difference in your industry, very cool. But also like there's 100,000 people in our greater surrounds. If you want to be a big fish or a shiny object or something, like you really got to stand your ground to be like, I'm this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like you stand there with integrity about it.
Yeah, I definitely do. And I mean, I feel like sometimes when you stand your ground and like have so much of a presence about you, it actually scares people off sometimes. But like sometimes that's a good thing. Like it keeps those shit people that aren't good in your life away without you having to put any effort in. No idea where I was going with that.
No, do you find like, so you said early on it wasn't the best, and then you got to maybe a pivot point where you're like, I'm going to lean into this.
Yeah.
Have you experienced any sort of bullying or?
Yeah, for sure. Like all through high school, primary school, all of that, while kids were young and opinionated, I copped it big time, especially in high school. Like there was police involved, court cases involved. Yeah, just from violence and people having whatever thoughts they had about me.
Wow. Can you talk about that at all?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, all through those years of high school and everything, like I colored my hair, got my nails did lashes. I never hid anything for a second. So I feel like that was quite jarring to people. And I went to Bunbury High, so sport was like a pretty big thing at that school. So there was a lot of like, oh, I'm bigger than you boys walking around.
Yeah.
But I just tried to embrace it. It definitely got hard once people were like more physical side of things rather than just
words,
vocalizing stuff. But the police sorted that one out for me. So, but now like since school has passed and all of that, you always get the occasional knobhead, but I just try to ignore it. Or if they ask me questions, I just try to like educate them as much as I can, because I feel like there's this stereotype around gay people. And
wait, you're gay?
No, I'm not. There's like this stereotype around gay people hanging out with straight people, like, oh, he's going to try and fuck me or this or that.
Yeah.
It's just simply not the case. It's like women aren't interested in you. I'm definitely not going to be.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's usually the trolls that assume everyone's trying to fuck them. You know?
Yeah, like those big backs.
Yeah.
Like,
shit
you
with the
stick
ear.
in your corner, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was definitely tough. It's getting better and better for sure. And I feel like now with social media, there being so many different like creative people and different personalities, you kind of blend in a little bit in a good way. Like you still always try to do your own thing and be authentic, but it is good to kind of slightly mesh in with everyone else rather than just being like some beacon of gayness.
Yeah, well, I think so many things. I've definitely had like a good handful of candid conversations where I'm like, hey, like, what's serving cunt, by the way? You know, and it's like it's cool to have like a gay correspondent who's like, oh, fucking, all right, get your pen and paper. It means good, you know. But I think like as far as, I don't know, you're 22?
21.
You're 21. So I'm 32. So I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I'm 32 this year. So I'm like a decade past you.
Yeah.
Like I watched kids go through primary school and high school having a thought that like these dudes are like, they've never had a girlfriend. They're not like, you know, typically flamboyant or, and like if any of my language is incorrect, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain stuff, right? And then, you know, 2 years out of high school, they're gay. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. That's what that is, you know?
Absolutely.
As time goes on, you know, you hear more and more of like, oh, you know, my little cousin, he's gay, he's cool, whatever, you know? And it's like, wait, he's like gay at school?
Yeah.
Like he came out at a time where he's like, oh, like someone can point a finger and it's sort of like if someone's got glasses, you're like, yeah, the fucking weirdo's got glasses. You know, you can tell because of the glasses, you know? And it's like that, I don't know, like what age were you when you made it a public?
Well, I was in year 5 when I came out to mum and dad. I said that I liked boys and girls because that was my little like cover up, just slide it in there.
Yeah.
But I reckon...
Was it that apparent to you at that age?
Yeah.
Wow.
And just like being a little kid and sneaking into my nan's closet and stealing her ratty heels and like clip-clopping around the house, I was like, this is the vibe.
Interesting.
But yeah, I never really had a coming out per se because I've always been like on the feminine side of things. So people just figured it out as
You're
it happened.
still quite masculinely feminine.
Yeah. I feel like I've got that good mix between the two.
Yeah.
Even when I doll myself up, I keep the stash.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like, you know, as a, like, I was brought up in a very, like, strictly heterosexual, I'm an only child, moved around a lot. You know, I pretty much grew up in transport yards.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I've had to do a lot of learning in my 20s, you know? And it's like, without sounding too fuck, I hate trying to protect myself. I hate this,
Yeah,
man.
just say it.
No, I'm not like, I feel very comfortable with you. I
Yeah.
feel very uncomfortable with this living on the internet forever.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a lot of people that don't make me feel comfortable in their sexuality, regardless of whether they're straight, gay, or whatever.
100%.
You know, there are fully dudes that I don't want to hang out with because all they talk about is chicks.
Yeah.
You're like, cousin, like, do you have a fucking hobby besides like Tinder? You know, right? It's one of those things.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, if there is like a comfortable amount or a level that's like very, I don't know, you make yourself applicable to everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You
and
know?
like, for example, like gay friends of mine will bloody do whatever we want because same wavelength. But then obviously you meet certain people with different upbringings, I'm not going to put on some big performance in front of them because I'm respectful of what their opinion is.
Yeah.
And some people you just can't shift that and you have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just because they don't believe in my sexuality or how I'm going to live my life doesn't mean that I need to attack them for that.
I feel like your sexuality is such a small part of your character.
Yeah.
I feel like you have such a creative like perspective on. So let's
Ash said this the other day, actually. She was like, well, not that she's happy, but like, I'm not one of those people that like use my sexuality or my gender or blah, blah, blah as like my forefront. It's not like, oh, this, and I'm gay and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's just, I like men. So what? Like, I let my passions of certain things and all of that come to the forefront. And that's just, it's like, you like women. I don't think twice about that because you're just a straight guy and I'm just a gay guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like going back the trajectory of like how we know each other because we see each other once a week, once a fortnight.
We do.
Have done for a while now. Yeah, it's a little bit of a cat's out of the bag moment.
Yes,
telling everyone to have
that's all right.
An in-home visit hairdresser and beard trim once a week.
Sure do.
Yeah. So the effortless look actually takes effort.
It does take time.
Yeah, but I think like when I first met you, it's like you're wearing a fur jacket and like crazy shit. I'm like, in my mind, it's like if I was to categorize this person, he's free. You know what I mean? He's just like doesn't give a fuck.
No.
Like, man, I've got all the coolest clothes in the world and wear the same 6 things on repeat because I'm scared of the world.
Yeah.
You know? And then, I came to you and said, hey, I want to cut my hair off and I don't know, who I am without the hair. Yeah. Which is, you've probably seen this a few times now. It's like someone's going to change their identity. Someone's going to and also the bridge between that identity and this identity is you, and I was like, I just want something where I don't regret it as soon as I cut it off. Yeah. Here's sort of what I'm thinking. You're like, here's 10 things I think would work for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, had that conversation. And then once I sort of made that decision to cut it, it was like, I couldn't cut it quick enough.
Yeah.
And for the transparency of you, the podcast, the listener, me, my life has completely got better since cutting my hair off.
Good. Excellent. That's what we aim for.
I continuously look in the mirror. I'm like, I can't believe that's me. Like, look,
I'm so fun.
Seeing this,
Yeah.
And I think, you've sort of become this really, I can rely on you to be honest with me about how things look.
Yeah. 100%.
And when you're an extreme version of how things look, how much trust and faith does that put in me to put that weight on you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's really important when working with clients, friends, family, anything. I think not everyone can take it, but majority of people really, really respect straight up honesty. As long as you're honest and you're kind about it, not in some nasty, bitchy delivery, people love it. And if you back that up with, here's a bunch of ideas that I think are going to be best for you, that's probably not going to work. That person takes that on it, builds trust immediately. And obviously that comes from experience. You have to know what you're going on about to be able to do that. But I think that's really important because, like you said, you messaged me about the haircut with like ideas. And okay, hold on.
Oh, building trust, making sure that you're actually like coming from an accountable point of view rather than
and my train of thought's gone. Fuck.
No, that's all right. I think the cool part about actually no, I tell you what came to mind before. So in between the ages of 14 to let's say 21, I had heaps of character changes. So at one point I had like short blonde dreadlocks. Another point I was wearing every color, like literally every color, just multicolored tight shit. And that was like straight blonde hair at the time. And then I went into like a bit of an emo phase.
Okay.
Stayed there for a while, which there's a whole inside joke of me and Riz that she thinks at heart I'm an emo boy. And I was like,
tonight will be the night.
Yeah. I don't bring it up, but yeah, I can sing the whole song. But I think that like experimental who am I character phase is something that not a lot of people sort of prioritize in their adolescence.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to guess, you had 20 stages.
Oh, for sure. There's been probably far too many, but I feel like that's been important in getting to the point that I am now.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just trial and error. I looked like ass a lot of the time, but
you sort of pinch one thing every time you go through a new stage. You're like, okay, I can wear skinny pants, but I shouldn't wear it with this jacket.
Exactly that.
You know, I'm still going to wear this jacket for 6 months and hate myself in the future for it. But I learned that the jacket ain't it. You know,
exactly. Yeah. But I think that's really, really important. And even I look back a couple years ago at my makeup and what I was wearing, and I was like, thank God I grew from that, because at the time I thought I was the shit. But looking back at it, you always constantly evolve. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's you have like such a open like range of things that you can make work. Because if you're like, I'm like makeup, just makeup alone. Like, however I wake up, that's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing that's going to help me with this outside of getting a beard trim.
Yeah.
You know? It's like maybe whiten my teeth. That's me. I think as a male, then going like, oh, I'm adding that to my repertoire. Dude, that must be exciting and scary.
Yeah, it's good. And I do different levels of it. Like if you see me on a night out, an event, I might have a wig down to my ass and full mug on. But then day to day, I might put a little bit of bronzer, make myself look fresh.
Doesn't it feel like you're wearing like, you feel it on your face the whole time?
Not right now. It's just very lightweight. But in town, I'm caked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which can get a little bit heavy, but if you're going to do it good.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, if you're going to do anything, just fucking
send it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Don't look back and go, oh, fuck. Dude, that's... I'm going to tangent into my business. I'm at a point now where, let me tell you what happened the other night. We're sitting watching the documentary on The Biggest Loser, and there's I'm just like mentally checking this isn't going to make me cry again because it's a story about me crying, which I fucking bring up all the time now. Crazy, vulnerable, relatable. So the dude's yelling at the chick like, just fucking do 30 seconds of running. Just do 30 seconds. Don't get to 20 and then stop. Just fucking do it. Yeah, get that closer to you, by the way. Just fucking do it, right? Yeah. And she goes, oh, I can't. She's crying. And then, it's cutting to her looking back on that and commenting on it and saying, how mean he was and this and that, rah. And I was like, that's how you became fat.
Yeah.
You didn't have that inner voice yelling at you saying, fucking do it.
Yeah, get up.
And, someone fat might be listening to this right now, smashing back the 13th wing.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Put the wing down.
Yeah. Go fucking do something. And, I stopped and I paused it and I said to Riz, I'm like, what do you think about this? She goes, probably could have gone about it a bit better. Not the ideal way to do it, but I see what the point of it is, because if you've tried this conversation, it doesn't work. If you've tried that approach, it doesn't work. If you've tried reasoning, it doesn't work. If you tried, negotiating, it doesn't work. And you get to the point where you're just yelling like, fuck's sake, guy, just fucking run for 30 seconds. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
And I think that where this ties into give it your all, in my mind, like I've got a voice that loves me and a voice that hates me.
Yeah.
And like when I'm doing a wheelie ripping around the corner, there's one part that is saying to me like, oh, I bet you these chicks are like, look at that guy there. He's killing it, you know. Bet she's got a ham on him like this and that. And then there's also the other voice that goes, those chicks are going, is that dude in his 30s thinking a wheelie on a push bike is cool, right? But if I'm going to do a wheelie, I'm going for fucking gold.
Yeah, you should.
And it's like that like what really tore me up the other night when I was watching that was the fact that voice has been in me for so long now saying like, don't half do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't take the bin bag out of the bin and put a bag in and then go, oh, I'll take that out later. Do it now.
Yeah.
You know? And like I said to you right before we got started, you know, there was shit to be done. It was going to be a rush. I got to try fit in before Kai gets here. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because I can. If it's possible, even by this much, I'll fucking do it. I just get it done.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like that applies to everything now. And
absolutely.
I'm now at a point where I'm 32. I got a business that's doing what it's doing. And like, there's so many things that I've said no to, and the few things that I say yes to, like the podcast, the business, my friendships, my hobbies, I do them with every single part of me. I'm undeniable in those aspects. And now that's returning such results. And I'm like, there's no other option but to keep giving it my all.
Yeah, 100%. You know? And every time I see you, you've always got some update or some new exciting thing that you're like striving to get done. I feel like it's really inspirational, really, because you're just always on the move. You've got so much passion around everything that you do. And even just like the podcast, social media, like you're always on there with a smile and just like striving to be the absolute best that you can. So it's just very, very nice to see.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think as well, you know, I was telling you about that young bloke this morning.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe I should. I don't know how it ages. Fuck it, we'll talk about it. So I think, you know, that instance where, you know, this young dude who's in, you know, a sort of interesting position has reached out and said, hey, I want to interview you and do, like, I want to know about your business and maybe be a part of your business and all that. And I think the thing that sort of resonates there is like, if I was his age and I knew that resource was available, it would have totally changed how I went through all the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like there are parts of my 20s that I just donated to the devil because there was nothing else going on.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like this is like, I get this opportunity to like do all this for me and my family. If this works and I'm a millionaire and I got a Porsche and someone cuts my hair once, I'm fucking winning. That's it. But also, it's like for the dude who watches me on my social media and goes, he lives in Bunbury.
Yeah.
Like he's not in Dubai. He's not in Melbourne. He's not in Perth. He's in fucking Bunbury.
Yeah.
I can catch him at Barloo. You know what I mean? Like I can see him at Woolworths doing his fucking shopping. I see his Porsche go past me, you know? And it's like, I feel like that responsibility ties into the whole thing of if you're going to do it. I'm just talking about me too much, dude. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm just,
How?
I feel like I should always let the guest speak and then
we've been going back and forward perfectly.
Oh, good.
No, you're good.
But yeah, no, I think that like there's that thing there that if you have, you know, if it's in your repertoire to do that, then do that.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
And like the worst thing you do is be a fucking half-assed motivational speaker that says like, you know, you should be doing this, and the dude's fucking jerking off vaping. You know what I mean? It's like, cousin, you're not the guy.
Yeah. Copy it all off the internet.
Yeah, literally word for word.
No, but for that young kid, I think it's so good that he's like got someone like you to kind of come and seek advice from, because obviously there's no other podcasts in Bunbury, right?
Yeah. Well, not that I know of, no.
You're like the podcast at the moment. So like, and you've built this yourself. So I feel like it's really cool for him to kind of have you as like a mentor around what he finds interesting. I think that's really cool.
For sure. Yeah. I think that's also, so that bleeds into, you know, if you get into like go-karting, you know, and you hang out at the go-kart club and there's someone there who's like, yep, been around the track 100 times, raced every kart, met everyone, done everything. You're like, well, I'm going to hang out with that guy.
Yeah.
Because like he knows what's going on.
Yeah,
I think it's
he
just
knows
cool.
the shit.
Yeah. And in that instance, like kind of cool to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
I think when you've also been the 16-year-old sort of looking up and looking around, you're like, who do I want to be like, you know?
No, totally. And I feel like whatever industry you're in, you always have someone that you look up to
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I want to be them, blah, blah, blah,
Who's
blah, blah.
your North Star in?
In hairdressing, probably Kim, who owns I Am Boho Blonde.
Okay.
Well, that's her Instagram. Her salon is Boho Blonde.
Is she Perth?
Yeah, she's in Perth. She's the one that I've spoken to you about a couple of times. She does Ape the Label.
Yeah.
So she owns like that
Very
entire
cool stuff.
clothing brand as well.
Yeah.
But I just love the way that she does everything. Like, she's got so much stuff going on constantly, and she just does like 100% on each and every single little thing that she does. I mean, she's got a massive team behind her, but it's just amazing. And like, although she's built her own empire, she still goes and helps all the rest of the industry, which I think is so important. Like, she's just opened up Blank Suites. So I think there's 10 different suites in there that hairdressers can go in and rent out a space.
Oh, wow.
And they are beautiful, like full color bar, basins, everything that you need is in there and ready to go. I just think it's so cool that someone who's really, really done well is now like putting out and supporting the rest of the industry. Because if there's one thing that I've noticed about little old Bunbury is people don't really love to support each other sometimes. And I'm not sure if that's just hairdressing, but it can be very bitchy, and I feel like we all just need to work together a little bit more, like she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bunbury is at a interesting population size. It's got heaps of pros and heaps of cons. One of the like sort of grey areas of that is the accountability that a small population keeps. And it's sort of the thing that like, you know, if you're the dude who slept around in high school, that can stay with you forever.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know. There's definitely like an us and them in Bunbury. But I also feel like when you're on the winning team that everyone wants to support, it's the absolute best thing.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
And usually that is like you just have to keep doing good shit over and over and over and over again. And yeah, I don't know. I think it might be an industry thing. Because as much as I love women, they can't help themselves when they're together but talk. 100%, you know? And I'm not holding that against them. It's just like, you know, like sometimes I can't help but make racist jokes when I'm with the boys either, you know? It's like it's just in me.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. Sometimes words carry more weight than what people ever intend them to as well.
Yeah.
You know, you say something, Chinese whispers, you say something to her, she says something to her friend, and by the time it comes back to you, it's like, I didn't say that, you know? So that might be an industry thing. But yeah, it's very fucking cool that Homegirl's carrying the torch in a good way.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. And yeah, I just love how she's branched out in all those different ways, because a lot of the other big hairdressers in Australia kind of just stick to their salon.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're known for. They do good hair at the salon, but she's branched out in so many ways. And like, you love her clothing stuff. And
dude, I peripherally
know
her fucking brand, and I think it's awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it.
What's so I think the question that's obviously here is like, what's the 5 and 10 and 20 year plan for Kai in the element of like, obviously I think you've got a career mapped out for yourself in hairdressing, but I think there's something else. What's the something else for you?
I mean, hair, makeup, and fashion have always been my big three. When I was sort of figuring out what path I wanted to take first, hairdressing was definitely my number one, purely just because everyone's got hair on their head.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to have work. It's not going to get taken by AI.
Yeah.
And you can travel with it.
Wow.
Literally whatever you want. Whereas fashion, so say I was to do a sewing degree.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to be able to build that up to a level that you probably want it to be.
Yeah.
Like say you want to get into runways and like high fashion, that takes years and years and years, and you may just simply
not make it.
Yeah. And same with makeup. Like that's very certain times of the year sort of thing.
Oh, like
event
wedding
seasons.
season, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
But I'd say my long-term goal is definitely to try and push my hairdressing as far as I can. And then I'd love to be able to get a little team together where we're filming content, we're doing hair, we're doing makeup, make like a full production sort of thing out of it, and really just be able to get as much content out of these things as possible as well. Because I always think that social media is important for building yourself up. Like
social
building
media
a name
is
for yourself.
core.
Yeah.
It's not
That's your
important. It is
advertisement.
everything.
Yeah.
You know, the correlation between me eating a banana with a spoon
Yeah.
and sales coming in is like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like I've got 400 followers and I had a reach of 30,000 people last month with an account with 400 followers and like 5 bits of content,
Damn.
you know?
Uh-huh.
And it's like when you consider, like, obviously there's a lot of other things at play there, but when you can convert a 20-second clip to fucking $7,000 worth of, you're like, hey,
Exactly that.
there is like, very cool that I can print shirts. I need to be the best at making content.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? And like everything you do is aesthetic, you know? You're probably too young to even have had this thought, but there was a time where social media was only natively shot content, right? And then people started getting like professional photos and professional videos and using that. And everyone was like, check out the fucking loser trying too hard.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then everyone did it.
Exactly.
And then the fucking device caught up. And now this shoots better than what most people get on an SLR at an amateur level.
Yeah.
Right? So that perfectly demonstrates that, like, okay, half of it is getting it onto the platform and getting people to like it. The half before that is looking good for it. The very reason you come to my house once a week is to make sure that whatever this camera is recording, I have to look a baseline of a particular aesthetic.
Yeah.
And you are the vendor of that aesthetic.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
100%.
fucking, dude, that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. I mean, obviously appearance is a big thing for social media. Thank you, Gina, for the fake plastic everywhere.
Yeah, beautiful.
But yeah, I think it's very important to, like, I don't know, what's the word? Like, take pride in your appearance. Like,
yeah, dude.
Just put in that little bit of extra work if you have to. Slap a little bit of makeup on, put on a pimple patch at night, get out your lotion for your crusty skin, and it does make a difference because, like, I'd rather hang out with a pretty bitch than an ugly bitch. Let's be honest.
100%.
Yeah. So I feel like that's important for social media as well. And like you said before, with like camera quality and all of that, how everything used to be like a handheld selfie and now it's like full on lighting and all 4K. Of that. Yeah, I feel like that's like a little thing on social media too, like who's doing that tiny little notch better. And I feel like there's been like this whole war over the Canon G7X lately because that's just like,
oh, that's like
the influencer camera.
Yeah, the half log, half point and shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up getting it and
Actually.
it's definitely worth it. It's good. And I mean, my last couple posts I've used that one and the quality is crisp.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You're on all the apps, aren't you? You're Instagram, TikTok, blah blah blah. What have you had the most response on?
I mean, a mixture between Instagram and TikTok for sure. TikTok, you can probably be a little bit more fun on there. Like, you can really show your personality because people don't mind if it's not too perfect on there.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to get views and likes regardless. Whereas Instagram, I feel like it has to be a little bit more fine-tuned.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to make sure your content is perfect on there.
Yeah.
I think it's just because there's so many other creators on there and it's a mixture of obviously photos and videos. It needs to be good to like get enough reach.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But yeah, definitely Instagram and TikTok for sure.
I feel like Instagram is more narrative based and TikTok is more like short term via that word ality based.
Yeah.
You know, like I have to tell a continuous story. Yeah, it's interesting actually because like I was talking to a bloke the other day who got 190,000 views on a video that lives on a page that has like 5,000 followers. He goes, I got 190,000 views. I got like 10 new followers from it.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, talk to me about the video. He goes, so the video was funny. Like in his industry, it was a funny video. It's on a business page, by the way.
Okay.
I said, all right, are any of your other videos funny? He's like, no, they're more like storytelling about the business and like here's services we offer and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So if I see a funny video of you and I go into your page expecting that you're going to have other funny videos of you and they're not there, why would I follow you?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas TikTok, I feel like you don't think that far in TikTok.
No.
You know, it's like you've got the, like literally right there, it's like add this person.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And I mean, personally, when I'm on TikTok, I'm just scrolling in that main feed. If I see something that I like, I'm just liking that video. Like, there's not a lot of the time that I'll swipe into their profile unless there's like a cliffhanger, like, I'll go to profile for part 2, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, unless she's got the craziest tits, I'm going to keep moving.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like there is a bit of a difference between TikTok and Instagram for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. I hate how much I have like a knowing addiction to the, you know, feeling of like evoking emotion. Because that's what it is, right? It's like watching, you know, like this morning I was watching this video about this dude who had to put his dog down. I'm going through all these things like, I love my dog. I don't want to go through. And you're imagining it and you're like, oh, I'm going to go inside and pat her and smell her and feel her. And you're like, what's going on? I'm fucking meant to be working right now.
Yeah.
You know? And then on the other end of that, it's like, you know, we're going to do content after this, Gage and I, and we had a bit of a planning session this morning and it's like, all right, so the message is I'm trying to sell uniforms. Okay, we're going to combine it with this aesthetic, this visual, right? What's the connection between the message? Okay, it's this, right? How do we convey the connection between the message and the visual thing as effectively as possible? Well, it would be a moving shot, maybe it's a stationary shot, maybe you're doing all these things. You're trying to reverse engineer fucking someone's mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like the eating the banana with a spoon video. As I said to you before, people don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're just like, why the fuck are you eating a banana like that? You know? And like the reason I did that, here's behind the curtain, right? I saw a video on Joe Rogan of him breaking down. I'm getting lit up, sorry.
No, you're all right.
It's all fucking, who cares?
It's in demand.
Yeah, apparently. But I saw a video on Joe Rogan of him saying, what the fuck about a dude eating a banana in his Tesla with a spoon.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like, oh, there's the hook. There's a hook. All I got to do is add a call to action.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And by the way, I shot that fucking first shot. Yeah. Just sat down, like I ran inside, I got a banana, I got a spoon and knife, and I said to Riz, I'm like, don't come into the workshop, I'm doing something. Yeah. Sat down, one shot, bang, got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a weird, and then, you know, you try and go, okay, so I'm a hairdresser, how many ways can I do something that's been done before?
Yeah, exactly. You know? And like starting your content with something that's exciting and going to lock people in is literally probably the most important part of the video. And obviously keeping that going so people watch it through. But that is what hooks people, is that initial like 4 seconds of watch time.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing different things is always important because there's so much content out there.
Yeah.
It all just mushes together. Like you get lost, you don't see exciting things. So you've always got to keep racking your brain. And if you need to do something stupid to get a little bit of attention, then do it. Like you ate a bloody banana with a spoon.
I find, especially the stuff that, and I don't know, even like the Monday motivation, I try not to do more than one take.
Yeah.
It's like, because the thing is, you'll find that you'll do 5 takes and you'll use the first one.
Yeah.
And then if you do the first one and it's not like 80% correct, like the message is wrong.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about, you know? So I think that like that whole doing it over and over and over till it's perfect will you typically render a shitter result than if you post something that isn't perfect that makes you look human. Because not looking human is the worst thing.
Yeah.
You know, people look at this guy, he's fucking reading off a script.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Yeah, it's funny that how that works because like I'm at a point now where like, you know, I have people ask me about making content and I'm like, keep doing it and post the shit that makes you look like it's your first day.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, like everyone goes like, oh, I've got this idea that I want it to look like, I want my podcast to look like, dude, my first podcast was recorded on a phone with a lav mic plugged into the phone, no lighting, no fuck all. Fast forward 180 something episodes and now we've got the mixer and the bullshit and the lights and the fucking blah, 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 you know? And it's like, I wasn't embarrassed at the first one.
No.
I'm embarrassed about it now.
Yeah.
But I wasn't embarrassed and I was like, this is fucking the best I can do.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Which takes us back to the first thing. When you do a new thing, you're meant to be shit at it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so interesting that like people get scared of going like, oh yeah, I can't do that because I look silly. It's like, what, you think I look like a fucking pro when you do it? You know?
Yeah. And like people being able to see like where you've started and like watch your journey throughout time is like so good for people. Like people stick around purely just to see that growth in people as well. And I think you're very good with keeping things like raw and transparent. Like you'll just keep it authentic. You don't go through and like fabricate things too much, which I think makes watching all of your things a lot easier because you know that you're not faffing on about some bullshit. You're just like speaking your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever go through a phase when you lied as a kid? Like you try to lie and get away with it?
Yeah, if I wanted a day off school.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I feel like we all did.
Yeah, I mean, it's a human thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, the question where it's like, there's two answers. You either yes or you're a liar. It's like, do you masturbate? It's like, if you say no, then you're a liar. You know, it's like, did you lie when you were a kid? It's like, if you say no, it's like you're fucking lying to me right now. But point being, when you're a kid and you're like experimenting with lying, the thing you realize is you have to have a better memory than you have to have ability to make up a good lie.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if I tell you today that I took violin lessons as a kid, I have to remember every time I say Kai.
Yeah.
And there's two options. I either remember every time I say Kyle, I go, right, curly hair, violin lessons, red tie, right.
Yeah.
Or I tell everyone that I took violin lessons until one day someone pulls out a fucking violin and then I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So it's actually easier just to tell the truth.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just easier to say, hey, you know, I've never been to a dance class before and this is my first time and I'm really scared.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that just lie their ways through life, and I feel like it's really draining to be around those people because
it is.
Sometimes they are fully convinced that people can't see through them or put two and two together that, oh, maybe that's not true. And especially if you know those people for years, you eventually figure out that half the shit that comes out their mouth isn't true.
Unfortunately, it disenfranchises everything they've said.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I don't care what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I'm hungry. Are you?
Yeah.
You know, like you lie about pointless shit. So why wouldn't you not lie about this?
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 100%. I think that, that like going back to what you were saying, I always like, if there's a message that you're trying to, like if you're marketing something, like I'm marketing, hey, this is how much it costs to print shirts. That's a message. But like Monday Motivation, like last week, hey guys, I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's when you really just have to fucking do it. You know, like success lies on the thing that on the other side of the thing that you're not doing. Yeah. You know, because if it was on the other side of the thing that you're doing, you'd be successful by now and you're not.
Exactly that.
You know? Yeah. And then like this week, what was it? Do you watch it today? Oh, this week was fucking, you know, I used to be a marathon skater and I could never think about the whole marathon at the start of the race. I could only think about the first kilometer. Yeah. You know? And it's like, that's exactly where I'm at in my life right now. Like if I think about what needs to be done this week, I can't. Yeah. But if I just think about what's happening in the next hour, oh, it's easy. Yeah. I can break that 100%. Down into steps, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I think that like I don't know. I think now is like some sort of, dare I say it about myself, but like a beacon of authenticity, or maybe being able to find the language to describe how I feel and how I see things and how I interpret things. Mm-hmm. Why that's such a rarity, I don't know.
Yeah, I think people just need to be a little bit more authentic and show their true colors, because, I mean, people lie about having this and that just to impress people or get validation or whatever it is. Who gives a fuck about that? It's like, just sit there and be yourself, and people will hopefully appreciate that from you. And if they don't, then they're not your people.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no point in lying. Just like, if they like you, they like you. If they hate you, they hate you.
Yeah, it's weird. You sort of like try and impress people that realistically you don't want to be friends with anyway.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. It's like, I've got 3 good close friends.
Yeah.
That's all I need in my life. I don't need some extravagant group of half-assed friends that don't really give a shit whether I'm around or not. Yeah.
Tell me, gonna go back like 4 conversations.
Yeah.
When like I've either been extremely naive or I've been very lucky. I don't feel like I've got a hectic amount of bullying before in my life.
Yeah.
What's that process like in it and then working through it?
I mean, in it, I definitely shut down a lot, and I didn't really know what the way out or how to resolve it was going to be. And I just listened to my parents as much as I possibly could and spoke to them, because I was very lucky. Like, my parents have always been really, really supportive. So I was always able to go to them and ask whatever questions I want, tell them whatever situation I was in, and they would give me their advice. Obviously, they were brought up in a different generation as me, so they didn't really know what to say, but they gave me enough support for me to be able to push myself through it.
Yeah.
So back then, honestly, like I said before, going to the police was the best move for at that time when all of that was happening.
So you were physically like assaulted, I'm guessing?
Yeah. And like Bolter's Heights, that big bitch of a hill, I used to get bricks thrown off that at me. Like,
really?
Yeah, it was hectic. People would rock up at my house, had to turn all my location stuff off. It was intense. Yeah.
Was this the same group of people, or is it like changing throughout time?
There was like a core group of them that would like constantly do it, but there was always like these people that would join in and then they'd disappear, whether they bloody got expelled or where they vanished off to. Don't know what that story is, but yeah, there was one particular group that always did it.
And do you have you had any comms with them since leaving school?
Funnily enough, I will give it to all of those kids from school, because almost each and every single one of them has come up to me since or sent me a message saying, hey, look, I was young and dumb. I'm so sorry for that, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm not going to hold a grudge on those people, because I'm just not a grudge holder. And they've gone out of their way to give me an apology and say, huge. Oh, look, you haven't done anything wrong for being yourself. I'm sorry about that. And I really, really appreciate that from those people. But now that I'm out of school, there's like a whole new crowd of people. And it's only the occasional couple, but those are people that I do have to keep my eye on, because going out in town, walking around, everyone's pissed. You know, people just act in the moment. So those are ones that I probably have to keep my eye out for more. But
do you have fear of physical violence in?
Not particularly. Like, I'll stand up to them. Yeah. I don't let it like take me over anymore, if you know what I mean. Like, I'll stand my ground and I'll be like, look, this is not right. There's no need for this right now. Like, if you have a problem, turn your back and walk away. Don't stand up to me.
So funny, because you're huge.
I'm a big bitch.
You're a big dude. Like,
I may be a noodle, but I'm tall.
Yeah, I mean, and also like I can imagine like if I was the aggressor coming towards you, and like I'm fucking 92 kilos, 6'4", like I'm all right. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, I wouldn't say I can defend myself, but I could probably make a bit of damage.
Yeah.
If you were in front of me wearing heels and makeup, I probably would, like, my subconscious would be like, this could go either way.
Yeah. Like you might shot a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Dude, it is honestly like you're an intimidating presence.
Yeah.
So the idea that like, I'm just sort of trying to, because obviously I know you from the past 12 months.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So my whole interpretation of you is like powerful.
Yeah.
Just you're moving this way and the world moves with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
So I'm trying to like, imagine what that is. Because, I remember what it was like being at high school. I remember what it was like changing schools a dozen times. I remember being the fucking, one of the two white kids in a class full of Aboriginal kids and just being like, and also it was fucking 27 girls and 3 boys.
Yeah, right.
I know what it feels like to be a minority just for a little bit. You know what I mean? And also, fucking here's one for you. Being covered in tattoos is a minority.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
It 100% is because I'm a business owning, tax paying, fucking normal dude who has the same stresses, who gets fucking followed through shops sometimes because I think I'm going to steal something. My cousin, what do you mean? But also, I get it. I know I'm not like, and there's going to be people listening to this like, oh, who cares? Like, yeah, shut the fuck up, you know? Like, I know what my experience has been in that instance. So I'm trying to relate this to like, okay, I also know who those kids would have been that were giving you shit.
Yeah.
And I know that you would have been an easy target.
Yeah. Sure.
And I know what it's like when you've got an easy target and how you treat them.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to like piece together what that experience was for you and then to get to here, because I think there's definitely like a, in a very sort of Disney scene sort of way, there's like a point where you like stomped your foot down and you're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably the main turning point for me was I was 15 and I got into the hairdressing industry straight away. So I feel like that was definitely my major turning point, because I still continued with school for a little bit while I was working after school. So I feel like me being able to like go to school and work, I was like, I've got the one up on all of you, because I've actually got a bloody apprenticeship waiting for me out there. And I think they slowly started to see all of that. And then that first 6 months of my apprenticeship, as soon as I left school, while they're all still stuck back there, I was like accepted into Fashion Week, blah, 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 blah. Like I took off quite quickly. So I feel like it was kind of just this own thing in my head of, oh, I'm low-key doing better than you for a second, so fuck all of you. Like, that helped my mindset change on it.
Was being in hairdressing at that time like a safe space for you as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because, I'm sure that's where, like, you're in a like a grounds where femininity is encouraged.
Yeah, 100%. And hairdressing is one of those careers where you can have as many tattoos as you want. You can have whatever hair you want, bloody anything.
Yeah.
Everything goes, because it's a creative industry. So I feel like leaving school and having the freedom to wear and style myself however I wanted, and meeting different personalities as well, who all have their own little bit of flavor, was so refreshing as well, because being stuck around all those stinky, sweaty boys in high school, it was just nice.
Yeah, it's fucking interesting. I know, like, the people who get the most amount of information out of people are like, like therapists, tattooists, barbers, like people that you sort of spend candid time with.
Yeah, 100%.
Obviously, therapists, you're paying for that privilege.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I know for how much I know you and how much time we've spent together, you probably know a considerable amount about how my mind works and how I sort of see the world. because you're in this like position where like, I can't fucking go anywhere. I can't be on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're interesting. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
This is what's going on, you know? And it's like, I think if I imagine that if you have just a rotating door, like you're saying 2 to 6 people a day type thing every day. And also you're seeing them between like 2 and 6 weeks apart, seeing this update on like, oh, that you know, that boyfriend's now a fucking fiance, and you've met this person, now you're having a kid, now you've had a kid, and you're sort of like interpreting life, in
100%,
really interesting way, while also like having fabulous nails and you know,
of course,
and
like you build a very, very strong relationship with a lot of people because, like you said, you're seeing them consistently for however many years. Like I've been seeing some of mine for 6 or 7 now.
True.
Like you build a bond with those people and they start to feel like family. But obviously you need to keep that professionalism
of course.
At work, because at the end of the day, they are a client.
And you are at work.
Yeah. Although I might spend 6 hours per session every 6 weeks with them.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it's very cool to have people stick around and support you. And it's cool that they get to kind of see your style and growth change as well. Because some people, when that happens, they don't necessarily like the change.
Yeah.
But some people love having that like growth and different techniques.
You're sort of like
blah, blah, blah.
twisting into each other.
Yeah. It's just very difficult sometimes being able to like move forward and bring all those different personalities with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you're working on a live canvas. It's not some piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like thing in your job that you do? Like is it coloring, transformations, cutting off a foot of hair? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, your hair, for example, was definitely a highlight. That was so good.
Really?
Yeah, I just loved doing that because I knew how nervous you were.
I hated it.
Well, sorry. But yeah, and it felt good for me to be able to be like, right, I've got this in the bag. Let's make him look hot as fuck and just cut that bitch off. So I feel like anything that has drastic change that you know is going to make that person feel good, whether that is cutting or coloring.
Yeah.
I love both. But I mean, my main thing is definitely color transformations, if anything.
Yeah.
But I've got a client for everything that I do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I think I pieced that together quite early. Might be like the second time I came back, I was like, oh, you're the wizard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm going to put a sprinkle of this and a bit of that. And like, nah, this will work. Like, just leave it with me. Like, you're that person to people. And I think it's like, you know, like with like what's going on with my hair right now, like how many small things have we changed with my hair and beard continuously? It's like every week there is something. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna
little tweaks.
Yeah. And it's like so interesting to be that person, you know? So if I make this relatable to my situation, like someone calls up, hey, I want a hoodie, but I sweat really easily, but I know I need a hoodie. And you're like, okay, shoot me your artwork, you know? Okay, you want a black hoodie? Okay, hear me out. I think you should do black on black. I know, it's not good, but it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
You know, like you drive a 200 series Land Cruiser that says that there's a little bit of dick swinging.
Yeah.
Trust me, when you rock up on site and you've got the black on black, people are going to comment on
They're
it.
going to be on their knees.
And then you do it, and then people are on their knees.
Yeah.
And then you're getting a call saying like, hey, I want 4 more fucking hoodies. I'm like, yeah, I know. Because you came to the dude who does that.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think, the kind of cool part about it is like, you know, who doesn't want to look better and because of that feel better and because of that get better results, Jersey Shore quote. And you're the person who pieces those things together.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I literally have that epiphany like regularly about, I'm like, here's the guy who puts those things together.
Yeah, 100%. And there's always going to be tweaks and bits and pieces that you need to change. And hair is definitely one of those like trust the process sort of things a lot of the time, because obviously you're working with a million little strands. Making that perfection can be pretty difficult. So there's always bits and pieces that you need to change, and obviously some might drop weight, some might get a surgery done, blah, blah, blah. You need to tweak with all that as well. So everything's constantly changing. The weather changes, people get fluffy.
Yeah.
Got to do something about that. So like you probably notice every time I see you, there's something different that I do to like counteract or enhance a certain something.
Yeah. What's did you have a hobby growing up?
Probably makeup for sure, and lighting shit on fire.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, makes me sound like a crazy bitch, but I did.
That's interesting. You have brothers or sisters?
Brother. Little brother. I didn't light him on fire though. He's fine.
How much younger than you is he?
2 years.
Interesting. Yeah. Do you have much to do with him?
Oh yeah, he's good. We're very like all my family is very close. We're all just very different personalities. Like my brother and I are on total opposite ends of the spectrum. Like he's super introverted. I'm like extroverted. Like I'll get out of the house and chat everyone up. Whereas he would rather sit in his room and play video games or do whatever he does in there.
Yeah.
And then even appearance-wise, we are as well. But I always find that like difference in personalities, even though you've been brought up the same in the same household, how different it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I know you, like even when I put two and two together that your dad is, because I started following your dad because of his pottery.
Yes.
Like ages ago. And then when I put those two together, I'm like, oh, really? Actually, that makes heaps of sense.
Yeah.
You know, like the curly hair, the creativity, and also I think that progression through creativity as well. You know,
100%.
And even now, like I said, the stuff that he's doing now is so vastly different than what he was doing when I first started following him, you know?
Oh, and yeah, he's the exact same as what we were talking about before, like constantly evolving, like always switching things up, because I feel like Dad's very aware of the fact that if he gets stuck doing the same thing, then people are going to lose interest. Yeah. So I feel like he's very, very good for always switching up his techniques, his styles, and it keeps people locked in. Although like one little period of time might not be a certain person's style, they might not be obsessed with it, I think they still love to be able to see all of the different things that he can offer.
Yeah, people love progression as well. I think, you know, we were saying before about, say you're starting something new and you go to post it and you're like, oh, I'm embarrassed about this. And people see it and they're like, oh, he's shit at that.
Yeah.
You know, that is like, for me, that's like an opportunity, right? You're like, all right, my first checkpoint is I'm shit. Yeah. Right. And then tomorrow I do it again. You know the podcast, the first 100 episodes were recorded in like under 200 days.
Yeah, okay.
Like I was doing them back to back, and sometimes I'd have a couple of days off. Like I just kept doing it until I could talk.
Yeah.
You know, and this is by myself.
Yeah, okay.
For over 45 minutes.
Shit.
Not saying Just that was my big thing. Just get to a point where you can talk, have value, and not say Like fucking hard, right? So you do second one, people like, yeah, now we have confirmation that you're shit at this. And you do it a third time and fourth time, they stop paying attention.
Yeah.
And you just keep going, one at a time, right? Keep going. Then one day they see one and they're like, he's still fucking doing it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to have a look. And they look and they're like, he's not good, but he's better than what he was.
Yeah, for sure.
I find there's like 3 roads from there. One of them, they just forget about you. The second one is they hate watch you for a while.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The third one is they're on your team. And they watch because they're like, oh, he's getting better.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually made a point that time. Oh, he just linked it back to the original point that he started with. He made like 5 points and then brought it all the way back. Wow, that was all right.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. You know, that hate watching thing, dude, I do it to people.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
We all do it to people, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a part of that I think that if you really like scratch or like what's going on here, it's because you hate that part of you.
Yeah.
And you see it reflected in them.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
And it's that, like, I don't know, the world is just like, the universe is just a universe experiencing itself over and over. You know, and like you see someone, you know, living away or projecting themselves in a way or trying something or posting something and you have like a feeling of extreme positivity or negativity, it's like that's more to do with you than it or them. You know?
For sure.
And it's like how many of those kids that picked on you are fucking gay?
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
Right?
Half of them slid in the DMs.
Right?
Yeah.
And like I was going to say that when you were saying that before, it's like how many of them said sorry and what's up?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And it's like, oh, this didn't come from you having a problem with me. This came from you having a problem with you.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. And like there's been so many times that on a night out or something, it's only like 10 o'clock and there's this guy picking on me, blah, blah, blah. But then by the end of the night, their mindset's changed. And I'm like, not you projecting 4 hours ago and now you're over here trying to get with me. Yeah. I feel like that's very common with people in insecurities. They like project it out onto other people.
Dude, that must be such a head fuck.
Oh, it absolutely is. And it's so extreme every time. And yeah, it's just constant. Keeps happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to believe that like it's probably a Bunbury thing as well because like I'm sure that it's a different sort of I don't know. It would be a different sort of problem in a city because in a city you would have more extreme versions of both. But I feel like, you know, in a small town, that person at the beginning of the night, not drunk, is worried about what their friends are going to think if they see them being polite to you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And what if, you know, my friend's dad hangs out with my dad and then they're like, oh, he's fucking, what's going on with Tom, you know? I think Tom's a made up name. But it's like, then in a city, it's like, you think, okay, there's a bit more anonymity.
Yeah.
So then does that same person go to someone that he's attracted to regardless of gender and have a different conversation? Or because they're not recognized by anyone, they can be even fucking crueler.
This is true.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a whole different dynamic about those people, I feel. And it does interest me. I feel like they just obviously don't have the family or the support behind them or the confidence within themselves to like truly let it out. So they just stick on the DL. Yeah. And I feel like it's, I don't know, easier for them to just either deny the fact and just be like, no, that's not for me, although it may be.
Wouldn't you rather just do something you enjoy doing for the rest of your life, though?
Exactly. Like, don't hide it.
At what cost? It's like, if you're really into trains, fucking play with trains, cuz like no one fucking cares.
Rub them wheels.
After a while, you're just a train guy.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, you seen Donnie Darko? Fuck, man, you're so young. You're unreal. It's early Jake Gyllenhaal. Early Jake Gyllenhaal. Anyway, there's this scene in there where they're in like a classroom. It's like a class setting. I got a big whiteboard up and it's like, all your decisions are made out of fear or out of love. You heard this before?
No.
Essentially, all your decisions are at a base subconscious level are acting out of fear or acting out of love. And then he sort of like has this pushback. He's like, fuck, what are you talking about? Like, I make plenty, like, I eat because I'm hungry. I fucking this because of that, you know? And the older I get, the more I think that that's true, that every decision is made out of fear and love.
Yeah.
And then when I tie spirituality into this, which I want to ask you about as well, when I tie spirituality into this, you realize that the runway that you're on is projected by your thoughts, right? So life is not coming towards you. Life is coming out of you.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, like I have some pretty obscene goals for this week. And when I wake up in the morning, I thank the universe and I'm going to achieve them.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Right? And so even like this week, I've got to get 2 podcasts in. I had no idea who's going to be on those podcasts when I woke up this morning. By the end of the day, I fucking got one.
Yes.
I got one.
Whoa.
Right? Easy.
Yeah.
And I think that when I tie the idea that all decisions are made out of fear and love and that the universe is projected from you, not coming at you, and you put those two things together and you go, right, I know what it's like to live out of fear because that is the default setting.
Mm-hmm.
To act and decide out of love is an exercise and a skill that once you get good at, it is as difficult to maintain being good at it as when you first start.
Yeah.
It is constantly difficult to act out of love, to act out of love, to act out of love. Just love, just love, just love. And it ultimately comes down to whatever the situation is, what would the best possible version of me do?
Yeah.
And then do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it feels unnatural for you, then practice it.
Yeah.
Right?
Keep going.
The question I have for you is,
Yes.
obviously people have, I think, treated you a particular way because of whatever the reason out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you've, like right now, how do you think if you were to use the framework that I've just given you, how do you think you operate?
I would say, I'd say if something negative is happening around me, I definitely sort of go that fear route of things, like that takes over my functions. Do you know what I mean? And I don't probably think as deeply about what I'm doing when I'm running that way.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, if I'm feeling good about myself and I feel like life is on a good track, it more so runs out of my like love and confidence sort of thing. And like my mum passed away a couple years ago.
I'm sorry to hear.
And yeah, so that's probably my main like catalyst for a lot of the things that I do now. Because obviously I love that bitch to bits. So I feel like whenever I'm hesitant about something or I'm having a negative day, I always just use that like love and passion that I had for mum to kind of get me through everything. So I feel like that's been a massive assistance for me getting through the past couple years, is just like keeping her like energy and love around me with everything that I do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think because very organically you do seem to operate from a place of love.
Yeah.
And I think knowing that you've had difficult experiences through just who you are, like that would make me fucking angry.
Yeah.
That would make me really like resentful and hurt, and I would want the world to hurt because I hurt.
Yeah.
And I think in a way, I didn't have the experiences that you had, but like, you know, I don't mean to upset, my parents by saying this, but like I'm angry that I had the childhood that I had.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I just brought up where I was born?
Yeah.
You know? And then, I don't know, I guess I'm realizing this in the moment, so it might not sound polished, but like in a way, I do try and be the person that kid can reach out to.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
because it's like, you know, the instability that I had, I would love to offer that stability to someone else. And also, I'm not angry that I got moved around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like both can be true at the same time. But yeah, I just think that's very like the thing that sort of like is resonating as you're talking. It's like, you're so chill.
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, cool. You know, this is it. This is who I am. And again, like you're not aggressively gay or you know what I mean? You just like, it's like I said before, like it's such a like over here thing. It's not this like projection of who you are.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like it can just be too jarring for people sometimes. So I just kind of keep it back there and let my personality shine a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Talk to me. What's your I got this content thing at 4, right? And it's 4 now.
Yeah.
So just let me because I really want to get your opinion on this.
Is this going in the right direction at all?
Yeah, you fucking know.
Sure?
It. Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like I'm like staring.
No, you're fucking killing it.
Okay.
This is all going to be kept in as well, by the way. It's real shit.
Okay.
4:15.
Hey.
4:15 at fucking, yeah, he's cool. He gets it. Back each. He'll know what that means. Do you have any religious beliefs?
Not like God, for example, but I believe in like people's energy and like the earth's energy sort of thing. That's probably more so where I'm at. Like, obviously, we're filled with energy and our being, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like when we do eventually pass away, I don't feel like we go up. I feel like we go back into the earth.
Yeah, almost through, hey.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And
Was there any religion in your household growing up?
No,
Okay.
there wasn't.
Yeah. Was there talk about energy and any sort of spirituality?
Yeah, from mum for sure. And I feel like both mum and I, well, she was always very, very intuitive and switched on to things. And I feel like I got a lot of that from her. Like, there's bloody weeks where I'll scare myself because I go to sleep one night thinking about something, or I have like a sudden thought and I'm like, why the hell is this in my head right now? And then the next day it happens.
Yeah.
And I feel like I always link that to some sort of like spiritual sort of moment thing. Like, I feel like some people are just wired that way more than others. Do you know what I mean?
I think you're right. And the capacity for that ability or that thing is innate in all of us.
Yeah.
I think it is like opened. I think it's like more accessible for those who are looking for it to be more accessible.
Yeah.
Because I think this ties into what I was saying before.
Yeah.
I fully believe that I'm creating the future that I want by first knowing what are the words? You know, what are the words? What's the sentence? Okay, so I want life to be happy, healthy, in love. I want my days to be bright. I want my conversations to sound like this. And then you start getting deeper into it and you're like, okay, I want my mornings to feel like this. I want my meals to taste like this. I want the feeling of the end of the day to be this. I want accomplishment. I want all these things, right? And then by understanding that, I'm instructing me to find that.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
And there's something so physically obvious about like dreaming something and seeing something, right? Or it's like, you know, a fucking Porsche on the screen there. You know, it's like I look at that every day. That's a Porsche that I want. That color, that shape, everything. I'm not going to be surprised when it's sitting in the driveway. No, because I expected it.
Yeah.
There is a spiritual, like that's the very like physical sort of like connection between the two. The thing that I constantly struggle with, is the spiritual element.
Okay.
You know, it's this like when I talk to, you know, for the sake of me feeling comfortable, I talk to this like future version of me. It's not me though.
Yeah, okay.
Me isn't even this body.
Yeah.
Me isn't the sound. Me is like when I close my eyes and I'm like, what am I even thinking right now? That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
You know, it's the thing that like I get scared that one day my legs won't work and I won't be able to skate and ride my bike. What scares the fuck out of me is that me might turn off.
Yeah.
I don't care about my legs and my arms. That's purely a byproduct of this experience, right? And yeah, I think it's, I don't know. It's an ongoing conversation with myself, and it's like, you know, I went to Dream. I was going to Dream Builders. I haven't been going so much, which is a church in Glen Iris, and I had the pastor on from there, and like that was sort of the start of this like really in-depth conversation of like, what the fuck is going on? Because there's more to this than just making money. Yeah. You know? And it's like this, you know, like you get a partner and you get like a year in, then you get 5 years in, and then you start, you know, having stuff happen that is like, oh, this only happens because I committed to this person for this long, and like getting to have these really deep conversations and growing as a person, as a couple, and watching them grow. And there's something even spiritual about that. Yeah. You know?
For sure. And I mean, I feel like you really have to like open yourself up to that to kind of believe in it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people just simply don't. Like, there's obviously people who believe in certain religions.
Yeah. Religions was way off.
But then there's people that aren't like that at all, and they don't believe in any of this sort of thing. So I feel like there's definitely different categories and how much people believe in it and how, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, even like some people, like you were saying that you speak to this higher or future.
Just something. Yeah.
Something. I mean, some people would classify that as God, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily think it needs to be anything. Like, it doesn't need a name. It doesn't need to look like something. If you know it's there, just talk to it.
It's just something.
Yeah. But it can just be a something, though.
To give it, yeah, interesting. Because, you know, like, I find, like, I was raised Catholic and then sort of dialed it back into my adulthood as being Christian.
Yeah.
And, you know, like for a long period of time was reading the Bible. I have a Bible right here.
Yeah.
You know, like I have conversations about the stories of the Bible regularly. And also, like, at the very least, the Bible is a set of narratives, so many narratives strung together that essentially can help you in anything you're going through in your life.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know what it is, but there would have been something for getting bullied.
Okay.
There would have been something for the people doing the bullying.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck, man. They bullied Jesus. You know what I mean? That's like half the story, right?
Yeah.
There's something about, like, everything seems to be like a metaphor. You know, everything is a metaphor. And it's like, what you're saying is like, there's a something, right? The greater power, the infinite intelligence, the thing out there, the sky, what's above us, whatever it is. Calling it God just makes it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, yeah, the thing, God.
Yeah.
Cool, sorted. What's the next thing? Right, the whole story about Father and Son dying on the cross, the ultimate sacrifice, essentially, you know, I was talking about this on the last podcast, sort of dials into the whole, you know, journey of man and leaving the nest and fighting a battle and coming back and being, the whole thing is like, I feel like the spirituality thing has been bastardized by the people who have pushed the Bible and the stories of the Bible in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But like everybody in some element is living a spiritual existence. Yeah. And it's like how much of it they allow in sort of allows how much they're going to get out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
I totally agree. And like personally, because I didn't go to a religious school, had no religious upbringing, none of that, I don't know anything from the Bible. So I don't have that like storyline in my head. So I literally just look at it as energy because it's not associated with like a person or like a storyline. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, everyone's got their different beliefs and yeah, that's just mine. I just think everyone's energy, the planet's energy. Yeah. So everything's tied together in some sort of way.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you like, I'm not pushing, I'm genuinely asking, like, is it something that you would explore?
I've always been curious about it. This is the thing, because although I don't understand or like know what people are referring to or talking about when it comes to religious stuff, I have always been curious to like dive into that and try and understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying that they're wrong. Like they 100% could be like what they believe in could be true. So I don't know. I've always been curious to kind of dive into that and see what it's all about and see how that sits with me as well. Because there's people that don't grow up religious at all for their entire life and they go to church once and then that's their like drive and passion all day, every day. Yeah. Just from that one little experience that changes it for them.
Dude, it's a framework to have the conversation with the infinite.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like one thing I find is like whatever that thing is that I talk to it nonstop.
Yeah.
You know, like when I'm sad, I thank it for making me sad.
Yeah.
When I'm winning, I thank it for letting me win.
Yeah.
You can replace that with God. I thank God for letting me win.
Yeah.
I thank God for giving me this conversation because I had to get to this week. I thank God, you know?
Yeah.
But I can tell you this thing. This is one of the oldest books in the history of the recorded human race.
Yeah.
It has been translated through so many different languages and stayed somewhat the same.
Yeah.
It's the only book out of all the books that I've read that I can read it. I haven't read it front to back, but I've read particular passages over and over and over and they mean something different every time.
Right.
And it's the only book that seems to give me like real fucking advice.
Right. Okay.
You know, like I've got plenty of self-help books and business books and strategy books and like all the rest. And like they're good, but typically they address like one or two things and then really hone in on that thing. Whereas the Bible sort of addresses everything in a very vague way.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like I remember like so I've read most of the Old Testament. It's split into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Okay.
The Old Testament is fucking wild, dude. I'm talking sacrificing children, just like it all goes.
Yeah.
The New Testament is sort of a little bit more refined, like we don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore.
PC.
That's more Old Testament. When people say that Old Testament, you're like, they're fucking bad dudes.
Yeah, okay.
You know? But reading the Old Testament, like it's such like it's stories that are unbelievable in a modern context. Right.
Okay.
So there are miracles performed, there are plagues, there are, you know, even the creation story is like in 7 days God created everything. Check it out.
Yeah, okay.
You know? But even just like stories of like how people interact and the purpose of the miracles and the purpose of the plagues and putting those into perspective where you're like, okay, if I had to relate this to my life, can it make sense?
Yeah.
And when I put it in that framework, fuck, it makes too much sense.
Yeah, okay.
And if I look at the advice it's given me and I take it, it's never steered me in the wrong direction.
Right. Okay.
Like as simple as like you know 10 Commandments. You know what they are? Like you know that there are 10 Commandments.
Nope.
Okay, so essentially, it all comes down to 10 rules.
Yeah.
And being a good Christian, I should know. It's like don't murder, don't fuck your neighbor's wife, don't steal anything, don't commit adultery. It might be the same thing. It's like 10 rules, right? At the very least. No, it's worth it. Let's bring up the 10 rules.
Pull it up.
Yeah, head here, dude. So we want 10 commandments. Commandments. Trust me to bring up 10 commandments. All right. I'm the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not take the name of the... Oh, let's fucking 10 commandments in normal language. Oh, no. The Old Testament's real good for being extremely hard to read.
Perfect.
All right. Don't worship other gods. Don't worship false idols, right?
Okay.
So this means, like... Okay, hard one to start on. Have one thing. Right? Don't, like, believe in God and have crystals and have, you know, dream catchers and also have a bit of Buddhism and all this and all that.
Yeah.
Any one of them is fine.
Just lock into it.
Just lock into something because it's not about just believing in one thing. It's about having integrity with your spirituality.
Yeah.
It's being able to say, I ride and die for this.
Yeah.
Because if Kai can come in and say like, oh, hey man, check that Buddhism and I'm looking over the fence like, oh, maybe I'm a fucking Buddhist.
Yeah.
Well, you do that with everything.
Yeah.
How you do anything is how you do everything. You know what I mean? Worship one shit. Respect your parents. Keep the Sabbath holy. So God built everything in 7 days and on the seventh day he stopped and said, we rest.
Right.
On the seventh day we practice faith, we practice our religion. So the idea is work for 6 days, rest for one.
Yeah.
Realistically, in a human experience, if you work for 6 days and rest for one, you can do that forever.
Okay.
You can't continuously work day to day to day to day to day. It doesn't work, right? Don't lie. Don't steal. Don't murder. Don't be unfaithful in marriage. Don't be envious of what other people have. Like, these are all, don't misuse God's name, which is like, you know, don't fucking use spirituality to make money, that sort of thing. These are all things that at the very core, if you follow these simple rules, life will be better for you.
Yeah.
If you're not lying, not stealing, not fucking around with, you know, not worrying about what the neighbor has, life will be easier for you.
Yeah.
At its very core, if it's just the 10 commandments that you get from the Bible, it makes life better.
Yeah.
You know? And like I said before, I don't give a fuck what your belief system is.
Yeah.
But I have never got so much from one particular like piece of information, literature, whatever you want, including AI.
Yeah.
You know, including AI. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, I'm not going to sell the Bible to you. I think it's a fascinating book.
I seriously want to check it out because I've always been interested. And I feel like those points that you've just made are all things that you can like tie in with like eras of your life or
Yeah,
what's happening in that moment. Like you're like, oh, that might be happening right now. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I definitely see like your perspective on it for sure. And it does make me intrigued. So
like I said, when I had the father priest, what's his name? Anyway, the dude who runs a church on, I was like balls deep in like, tell me everything. I just want to fucking know. I have had to like chill out a little bit because it got all encompassing.
Okay.
It got so like demanding in my mind of like rules and discipline and do this. And if you don't do this and if you don't do that, and that's Catholicism. Yeah. Catholic guilt is real, dude. Yeah, they make you feel like shit for going to church. They make you feel like shit for not going to church. Yeah. Like everything is just about you feeling like shit.
Winning.
And they have the answer.
Yeah.
And like, that ain't religion, dude. That's nothing near spirituality. That's people sucking the spirit from you.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's all Catholicism. I'm saying it's a Catholicism that I encountered. And when I went to Dream Builders, I was like, oh, this is a bit more fucking, I can breathe.
Yeah.
I'm all good, you know? But even then, like, I was finding that it was in its own way a bit much. And so now I've sort of like pulled back and I'm trying to find that like
balance,
what works, you know? And and in that process, it's always fun to be like, you know, where do you sit? Yeah. Because as much as I like stay true to my shit, I'm also trying to learn and grow.
Yeah, you know? Of course.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Gage is on his way. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Am I putting your Instagram something in the bio for you?
Yeah.
Cool. So if you want to check out your hair page, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah.
And any other shout outs where you got a microphone in front of
you? Who gets the privilege? My father at Bad Swan Ceramics.
Let's go.
Because he is the shit. Who else? No one, just me.
I love it. Be good to your mum because we're out.